Guys, want to talk about limits. If you haven't seen it, over the past, I guess, day and a half, I posted a picture of a fitness photo shoot that I did for the first time. It was a goal of mine, and my photographer caught a great picture of me doing explosive Superman push-ups in the air. And one thing I was telling my wife last night is how you never know your limits until you push yourself past what you think you can't do. 2 years ago, when I was out of shape, when I was down with my health and fitness and really struggling with what I was doing and why I wanted to get in shape, I did P90X. And I remember on that first day doing the chest and back routine, my wife knows this, I would spend the first couple of weeks just laying in my bathtub, ghost white, whiter than this, which is hard, and I just felt sick. I could barely do push-ups, I could barely do standard push-ups. I was doing 15 to 20 thinking, how am I ever going to get in shape when I can only do this many? But that was a starting point. And over time, I got over those limits that I set on myself. Eventually, I was doing multiple push-ups, doing push-ups with a weighted vest. Until this weekend, I was doing push-ups by pushing myself into midair. So it just shows you that we set the limits for ourselves, and it all starts in our head. Really, you have no limits. If you want something, you can get it, but you have to start by taking action on a daily basis to get past those limits. Now, doing push-ups may seem a small goal, but for me in my head, it shows me, hey, if I want to do something, I'm capable of doing it. I may not be there yet, but I will take action to push myself, to challenge myself, to get past those limits, so those limits no longer exist. I had sort of a aha moment last night when I came back from my first Fit Club, and I realized, wow, I've come a long way. I started being very out of shape, but 2 years of hard work has paid off, and I will never go back to that day. But there was a day one. Day one is the hardest day for you. You have to start. Once you start, you gain that momentum and you start going. It's downhill from there. You see yourself lose 2 pounds in a week. You're feeling better. You have more confidence. You're not as self-conscious. You're performing better at work. Your family's happier. You have more energy. Everything starts to benefit in your life, and you trigger that in your mind that you really don't have limits, that you can't push yourself. So that's one thing I wanted to share. Thank you for all the attention I received for that photo. I'm definitely proud of it, but it's something that every one of us, we set limits in our head, but you can tackle those limits, you can go past them, but you've got to start taking action today. So take action today, make a small goal, make a big goal that you can work towards, and take action to get to that goal. Whatever it may be, you can do it.